Hello and welcome back to Hollowponds Solo Sagas. I'm back from Europe now, though this is past me, not present me, but present me will be back and very jet lagged. And so, what would you do if you're very jet lagged? What you do is you play Pirate Borg. So, welcome back and to all of my subscribers. Hello, thank you. You are fantastic people. Thank you very much. I mean, no matter what anyone says about you and the horrible, horrible things your close friends say behind your back, I think you're an awesome individual and you are wonderful. No matter what they say, you are fantastic. And to those people who haven't subscribed yet, do give it a go. Have a subscription, click the button, increase the numbers. It's all fantastic. And to Pio, who is our member of the membership thingy, thank you very much, Pio. It is much appreciated. If you'd like to become a member to support me, it's easy enough. Click the button, do join, or you can buy a t-shirt, or you can send a coffee, or you could just keep watching, which is also supporting and lovely because you've subscribed and you're a beautiful human being, as I've said previously. So let's go. So what were we doing? Pirate Borg, our team, Cat and Pete and the lads, they'd all live it up. And they'd done some investigation. They'd broken into the boudoir of the daughter of the, what was his name? Governor. That's it, he's the governor, isn't he? And they found out they got her diary. And they had a bit of a read. Yes, we did, didn't we, Captain? We had a read. I think this is Bates' voice. I can't remember. So anyway, they got the diary and they're able to complete the job. Now, they haven't given the diary back to the agent. If I remember rightly, Cat and Pete did break open the lock and young Bates was very shocked that he did that. Then they found, and I got the note here, start with the agent meeting. But what we might do first, before we start with the agent meeting, I might warn you, this might be quite short because I haven't got much time today. And it might be a bit bridging. What we're going to do is we're going to do the old, because I think this is episode 10. So episode 10 in a long series, in the standard 20 part series. Did you know Battlestar Galactica, which the second one, ran for 4 series. Each series had 20 episodes. That's 80 episodes in total. The original Battlestar Galactica that it was all based on only had 24 episodes in the entirety. 24 episodes in the first series. I think that even includes the pilot, but not the rubbish film that was made in the 80s. So what we will do is we will start by saying that as it's sort of new season, mid-part, this is a bit of a bridging episode, but we will do a Dark Caribbean role, which we haven't done in a while. I know I'm talking very fast, it's just the mood I'm in. I'm in quite a good mood. So what we will do is we have already said that Spanish and English are both at war and they're recruiting privateers to attack, like the Master and Commander. Port Royal has been destroyed in an earthquake, and so we will start seeing more people coming into Black Coral Bay because people are coming in. Also, I think it was Don C. Hello, Don. I will do next week. So this is before I've gone away. When I come back, and whilst I'm away, I will write up something about how I use the stuff. Sorry, that will blur. How I use the stuff from within the books. It's not going to take very long because mostly it's you make stuff up. So what we've also got, so there was the horrifying screams, but more importantly, the weather has been atrocious and there are some fanatics taking over the church in Havana. What new? So now we are on chapter 2 of the Dark Caribbean bad stuff. What's happened? So we rolled a D3, so only the first thing. It says, constant state of war. The battle for the Greater Antilles rages on with no end in sight. All right, so what we've got at the moment is it's probably not affecting us here, but there will be rumours like in the pub and stuff whilst they're getting. I don't think Captain Pete or XO, I remembered XO's voice, I don't think I would care about the war in the Greater Antipodes or anywhere else it is, and I definitely wouldn't care. No, I'm Staines. And I wouldn't give 2 tinkers tosses about it. I just care where my grog's coming from. And I'm Bates, and I think this is Bates' voice, and Bates just cares about the boudoir. So that's basically where we are. So everything is pretty much the same. The wizard is a bit atrocious. He's pouring it down. Captain Pete and the crew will return back to the Green Kraken, where they will have a beverage, but they don't actually have much time to spare, if I remember rightly, because they need to basically go back to that agent who said he'd meet him out the front. Where are we? The Governor's Aide, that was it. The Governor's Aide who offered 2,000 silver for the diary. Now, they have read the diary, so they did know that she has been doing, and they saw the paintings that were in her room, her little goth emo bedroom, with lots of those dark paintings. And so basically what it was, they've gone up into, I'm going to quickly make Captain Pete. Captain Pete's going to make a presence roll. Remember, his presence dropped by 1, so that would be the nog. I don't think I said this last one. That would be the knock to the noggin. That would have done that. He would have been, he's got like, it's not so much that he's still got the pains in his head. It's more that it knocked him about a bit. So I'll give him a roll. No. So what that was to do, but they don't know this. But so this is part of it. You have like a DM's mind. I read it somewhere, and I can't remember where. It said when you solo roleplay, you basically have to switch between being a DM and being the player. And so as the DM, I was thinking, did they notice that a lot of her stuff has gone? Like she's not in that room. She's not been in that room for a while. And the answer is no. Let's see if Bates saw. Maybe Bates would have gone, do you know, Captain? I don't think she's living in that house anymore.
What do you mean, lad?
Well, a lot of her clothes were gone. Like, her knicker drawer was empty.
What were you doing in there then, lad?
I was looking for the diary.
I had the diary. It was on the bedside table.
I don't know, but it was empty. Like she took all her stuff. Maybe she's not there no more. Because what they don't know yet is they don't know that, and I don't know if you know, that how you use it, the adventure. But I know as a DM, but the players don't know, which is me. It's being a bit psychotic, I know. Split personality, what's it called? Multiple personality disorder. Dissociative personality disorder. There you go.
I am educated, I am. I read the book once. Not all of it, just the title and some of the front cover.
So, his daughter, she went missing, and he actually has, there is a reward out for recovering his daughter. Now, the reward stands at 1,000 doubloons. Now, 1,000 doubloons is what it stands at, but they don't know that yet. But maybe, let's make, so this was them noticing, so,
right, back to the Green Kraken then, lads. We'll get a quick drink in, maybe a pie. I'll chat up the barmaid, see if it works this time, and then we can earn our fortune off that dude with the big cloak. He was a funny lad. He was a bit posh, if you ask me.
I know.
Do you know, Captain? I think he had very nice shoes. Oh, XO.
And so then they can try and meet him, get their reward, and bugger off. Maybe see if they can get a boat. Of course, they don't buy boats, as Luke said, the person who wrote Pirate Borg. Pirates don't buy boats, they nick boats. I don't know if that's his accent, though. So, go back into the Green Kraken, which is where they were running to after they legged it from the ball, the governor's ball, where they broke into the bedroom and
Captain Pete pretended wearing one of them masks, which he probably still has because he nicked it.
And it was the captain of the Green Dragon, or the Royal Dragon, the ship that got sunk in the second episode. He was the one they took the mask off of. If I'm going too fast, I do apologise. So let's see if they... Oh, 17.
Now, lads, why don't we get ourselves... Hold on, what's that there?
What do you mean, what's that there?
Are you the barmaid?
I am.
Well, what's that?
So, the governor's daughter's gone missing. She's been gone for ages, so she has. And he's got a reward for her. It's 1,000 doubloons at the moment.
Eh?
Do you know, Captain? I think we might know where she is.
I know, lad.
Now, here we go. Now, this is the part where the players now, Captain Captain Pete, I'll get the GM emulator ready. Captain Pete and the crew now have a decision to make, because they can sell this information they can sell the book to the dude for 2,000 doubloons. Plus, if they can go and get the daughter and return her to the governor, they then make them at 1,000 on top. They can then do the Clint Eastwood bit from the film that I can't remember, the spaghetti western where there's the two sides and Clint Eastwood plays one against the other. It's the one where he cuts out the bit of metal and he makes himself a bulletproof vest. I can't remember the name of the film. If you remember the name of the film, chuck it down the bottom. It's a great film. We can play the two sides. We can sell it to the aide and then we can go and try and find the daughter, bring her back and get the reward. And it also means that we go and explore the castle because she's in the castle and there's a way they can definitely know. So, is Captain Pete and the crew going to think that they're going to do this? At the moment, I've got the Chaos Factor as 4. I mean, it's not completely out of their control at the moment, but they've just run back and they're in the bar. There's loads of rowdiness. It's probably coming into the afternoon, evening time. They're going to need to go outside and meet the dude at the moment, so it's a bit hectic, and I'm talking very fast. So, I would say that it will still keep the scene check as 4. So what this is, maybe we'll just do a scene check first. So this is everything, so they're going to look at the bar, they're going to go get a drink, and then they're going to go outside and meet. That's the intended scene. Quick drink, go outside.
Just to wet the whistle though, love.
Go outside, meet the government agent or the government aide, governor's aide, and sell the thing. So, scene check. Expected scene. So that's going to happen as normal. He's not going to do a fast one. That's all like normal. Here we go. Is Captain Pete going to think of the fact that, I think it's very likely indeed, in fact nearly certain, is he going to think of the fact that, just automatically, that they can do a double deal? Yes. Alright, so we don't need to do any rolls. We've just asked the DM, and the DM has said, yeah. In fact, he's even sort of started to hint it, suggest it, that this is what they're going to do.
So lads, this is what I think we should do. Now, I know we've just come back from the jungle and young Staines there.
I'm not that young.
No, you're not. I was being polite to you. Big old Staines there.
I like that.
He's got leeches on his neck.
Do I? No one told me. And he will then pull the leeches off.
Now, what I think we should do is let's flog the diary to the governor's aide, but we will carefully remove the pages which says where she is so he can't get her, and we will go rescue her and get the reward.
Why are you saying it so loud, Captain?
I don't know, maybe for dramatic delivery.
So they will attempt to carefully remove the pages from the book. They're knackered, they've been running around, they don't have good tools, they're in a pub, they're all huddled around in like one around a table, very much like a scene, I can't remember which one of the Pirates of the Caribbean it is, but it's where they're all sitting around a little table, big lads, little stools, big table, lots of beer going all over the place. Oh, they've got 64 doubloons. Let's make that 60 doubloons, because they've just spent 4 on grog.
And 1 for yourself, love.
Oh, thank you. And they are going to attempt to cut those pages out of the diary and make it look normal and innocent. We will give, we will say the
Captain has to do it because I'm in charge. Leadership material. Not going to do the quackbane jokes.
But we'll give him a disadvantage. 4, failed with both of them, but 4 is a disadvantage. It's an awful job. It's clear as day, some pages have been removed from this book. It's terrible. So Captain Pete is going to go outside now and he is going to meet with the governor's aide to attempt to do the deal. And then we will do the bit where Captain
Pete is going to work out where she is. Now, he can do this. I can do this, lads. You know how I can do this?
I don't know, Captain.
Because I've got a compass. And if I think about that lass, it'll point where she is.
Oh, that's really clever.
Thank you, Bates. He's little Bates, Master Bates. Just do that joke for one last time. And so that's what I'm going to do.
So he'll go outside and he'll just stand outside with his pint, maybe smoking his pipe, because they don't allow smoking inside anymore. And it's bad for the lungs. And he'll wait for the aide to turn up, and he's gazing around, maybe chatting to people as they're coming out of the pub. And as he turns back, and there's the aide standing there, like magic, like that. And the aide will go, hello, and so do you have the goods?
Do you mean the diary, lad?
Yes, do you have the goods?
Yes, lad, here you go.
The lock's broken.
Yes, it was like that when we found it. It was very tricky to find it. Like, we had to go in and we had to pretend to be in the ball. It was very tricky. And so then when we got in there, we had to get up and find the right room. And my lord, there's some weird stuff going on in there. There were these big animals and there was these experiments. It was horrible. And I think I'm doing this voice too much and too fast because I'm starting to get a sore throat. That's not very good. I have to get on an airplane in a week's time. So, no, in the past. It's very confusing. It's time travel. So, anyway, yes, Governor Mate.
I'm sorry, what do you mean, Governor Mate? I'm just a pure stranger. You don't know who I am.
Oh, no, I don't, do I? That's quite right. Wink, wink. Yes, lock was broken. What are we going to do?
All right, let's make him a presence roll. He's trying to basically bam. Oh, no, I know. He's going to try and do that ritual. How's that ritual work? Because he's got the heart her ritual. He's going to try and change this person's, unbeknownst to himself, he doesn't know he's doing it. He's just a bit of a charmer and he's dressed amazing. He's going to try and change the way the person in the hood, governor's aide, is feeling towards him to be able to con him into believing that the lock got broken. And then next he'll make a thingy roll. He will make a presence roll and see if he's noticed there's some pages missing. Alchemy. Arcane rituals. Every dawn roll. Okay, he's got 4 remaining from today. He can do this 4 more times. Didn't I fail? I think I did a fail, didn't I? Oh, I can't use the ritual again until dawn. All right, let's see. Oh, dawn, no, it's not, that's dawn. It's not just like midnight, it's dawn. So he can't, he failed, didn't he? He failed in rolling it and trying to convince the captain, which is why they were all like swimming, like gravity had changed. So no, so all of that, and he can't do that anyway. Okay, so he will attempt to trick, yes, let's see him use spirit. He's going to attempt to use spirit and convince the governor's aide about that story, so the governor's aide isn't going to check. 2, no, he's awful. I really don't know if that's right. I asked for the diary. I don't know if I can pay the whole...
Are you trying to shortchange a cutthroat pirate here, lad?
No. Let's make him make a strength check. 17, that'll be 19. And Captain Pete will square up against him.
Because I don't know if I would advise you to do that. I think you should take the little book and give me a bag which jingles. What do you think?
Yes, yeah, that's probably a good idea, isn't it? So we'll hand over the book. Now let's give him a presence check. He doesn't, because he's being overpowered. So this is for the governor's aide. He's being overpowered, so he doesn't realise that there's some pages missing within the book. And he will hand over a bag. Captain Pete will take the bag. Captain Pete isn't going to notice how much money's in there or not. It just feels really, really heavy. And he goes,
that lad is lovely.
He'll go back into the pub and we will say that he got shortchanged by 1,000 because now we're a cruel DM. So they've got 1,060 doubloons left. Now, we need to find somewhere to keep our doubloons whilst we go adventuring. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to buy a room for the night. We'll call that the end of the scene. So that'll be the scene ending. The scene will end with him going back into the pub, the door closing. The governor's aide will sort of look to camera but through camera and say, I hope he doesn't count. I hope he doesn't count that money because he'll find out I've shortchanged him. Now, to go and find out where this young girl's gone and then I can recover her is, of course, exposition to let everyone know what's going on. I can recover her and then I can get a bonus in the governmental system and keep that strange governor happy. Off to work. Exit scene left. So what we'll do is our next scene is we are going to have, so the lads will go, they will spend the night. Staines is going to get smashed again. We'll do a roll for each of them. We'll do we'll make them all take, what was it, drinking test. They're all going to take a toughness plus D6. They're all going to have 5. So they're all going to have to do a toughness 13 check to find out if they get hammered or not. We'll quickly go through, because that's what they spend the night doing. And if they get hammered, they don't need a room. And if they don't get hammered, they do need a room. And Captain Pete never sleeps anyway. So toughness +1 for Captain Pete. Passes. He's an all right in the morning. He's not that bad. Exo's got a -1 toughness. He's fine as well. Captain Pete keeps Exo out of trouble. And stops him getting too drunk and stops him gambling away anything and getting into trouble at all. So Exo doesn't get into trouble. Captain Pete and him, they just start telling stories. Let's give Captain Pete a go. Chatting to the barmaid. Spirit, I don't know, Spirit makes me feel, I know Presence is probably it, but we keep doing Presence, but I think Spirit will be a nice way of doing that. Oh no, we'll call that cock dice. No, he fails. He fails with a tragedy. These are the dice that we got from that conference up in the Gold Coast. Tabletop Con 2024. Oh, time travelling. Does your head in. They're quite nice. They're quite nice. I got these on a roll of a dice against what must have been 8-10-year-olds. We were randomly put in a 5e starter table with a couple of kids. Mandy hated it. I thought it was very amusing. Mainly how much she hated it. She loved the game as the kids. But anyway, it was the highest rollers, and me and this kid rolled 19, and then we rolled again, and I rolled on that 20. Way! Anyway, enough of my nonsense. So Captain Pete and Exo spend the evening at the bar, chatting to people, and just getting quite merrily drunk. They all get a room. Young Bates, I'll tell you what I get up to. I'm as solid as a rock, I am, Bates. I slink off for the day at night and take a little bit of cash from Captain Pete, and I go somewhere else. Don't worry about it. And Staines, Staines is down on hit points. Staines on half hits. Staines, who's got a toughness of +2. Hey, Staines gets, I get hammered. Totally hammered. So I'm going to roll on the carousing table. So Staines, in his inimitable way, finds all those lads that he was with last time. They'll go, whee! And they all basically have a nice night. But Staines wakes up in the morning, D20. 11 gives us... during the night, they were playing cards. Who with? Number 1. He can't, for the life of him, he can't remember. Oh, we could use this as a plot hook. He can't remember who he's playing cards with. And when he comes round in the morning, he's got a noose around his neck. And he's now a 5. Haggard. It says you only got a D4 hit points left, so we'll keep him with his 6. Oh no, we'll do D4. So he's woke up in the morning and he's got 1 hit point left. He's got whatever it was, whatever challenge, whatever stupid, drunken, brutish games he was playing, he's left with 1 hit point. Then we have some sort of... Oh look, we've got a feather which gives us +1 devil's luck. I forgot all about that. I think XO can make food which will give him +D4 hit points in the morning. He's also got that jade die. Let's say, does he have that? Would he still have the jade die? Maybe. And he will we'll give him a loot the body roll for what he might have in his pocket. What's that? 50. Oh, he's got 50 silver. So he's come out quids up. So he's got 50 silver in his pocket. And he's got a noose around his neck and he's low on hit points. So maybe he was doing some and he cannot remember what was happening. So he can't remember why it was that like this. So maybe it was a weird gambling game. He said he could hang for a certain amount of time, and he did, but he ended up on weird gamble game. He ended up on 1 hit point at the end of it, so he nearly died out of it. So maybe he's got like all scars around his neck, and he's feeling rough as. But they get back, they get back together again to have breakfast. So maybe we can use that as a plot hook for something else later on. That might be quite interesting. If we get anything which is moved to a thread from the GM emulator, we'll use that as a thread to move towards. Like something happened during that time, what Staines was doing, and we will revisit that sort of story thread and see what happens with it. We'll have next scene in the morning, then reconvening, I think at the Green Kraken again. I don't think there's anywhere like a missing Mrs. Miggins tea shop where they can go and eat, drink and make merry. I think it's all in Coral Town, the centre of... There'll be other places to eat and drink, but they seem to like the Green Kraken, and the map doesn't really show anywhere else they could dine. We've got the Green Kraken, the shipwright's not going to say anything. The Eye of Chaos is a restored galleon. There's a shanty town and marketplace. They could go and do like a Blade Runner and go and sit at a shantytown stall and order noodles. But I think it's probably more likely that they will just reconvene at the Green Kraken.
All right there, love. I feel rough. Like a dog, I feel.
What do you mean, like a dog?
You know, rough. We'll have some breakfast, some nice brekkie. Fry up, please, for the 4 of us. And pints all around. And I'll have a corner table over there.
And then we'll cut to the corner table where they're all sitting around and they're eating bacon, eggs and paraphernalia. Because Captain Pete, now he's in the money, he's going to throw money around. So he's going to throw 20 coins at this. He might then go and buy a sword because he's got a sword master skill set and that might give him more damage. Although the knife attack isn't bad, and I keep forgetting about this because when he misses, the first hit, if he misses, he gets to roll again, but then he'll only get a D4 damage instead of 2D4. Anyway, I digress, which I often do.
So, lads.
Yes, Captain.
Yes, Captain. And what do you think we should do next?
I think we should go rescue that damsel in distress from where she's gonna run to.
And where's that then, Captain?
Well, based on that book.
You mean her diary?
Yes, Bates, I mean her diary.
Oh, that could be something, couldn't it? We could go rescue the daughter and Bates could fall for her. Bates could quite like her. I like him with an emo. I don't know what that meant. But it probably wasn't right.
So, here's the plan. What we're going to do is we're going to go rescue the girl. That's because I got distracted in between and there'll be a cut and I've just jumped to this bit. They're still at the table, we're still at the table, we're still having breakfast.
So he will break out the compass and put it on the table and he's going to say,
now then, we think she's at the castle.
And how do we know that?
Because it said so in the diary. It said that she had fallen in love with the Baron. Now, I assume the Baron is the person she was trying to draw, and he doesn't look too good. He looks quite poorly, to be honest. He looks a very, very poorly lad, because he looks undead.
So we don't. They'll go. So we'll do this next session, but maybe they'll go ask questions around town about the Baron, as well as buy a sword. I wonder if armour would be any good, and we'll investigate armour. See if they can get any armour. I don't know if it's going to help. Probably not. But anything might help.
So, is she there is the question. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to think we want to find Bernadette, because that's her name, Bernadette.
And so he'll say, he'll hold the compass in his hand, and he's going to say,
now then, where's that silly little lass Bernadette?
And he'll think that, and then we'll see where the compass points. It turns slowly round and round, and then pointing towards the castle,
Yonder.
it stops. And this is where he rolls a d20 and tries to get an 11.
Not a natural one. Now, a natural one is a fumble, and that's a bad thing. So, I think we will throw in one of our devil's luck.
So that's the only, that would be devil's luck of 1 point, which then switches to 0.
So as he doesn't have to have something bloody horrible happen.
Because I'm not in the mood for something bloody horrible to happen to Captain Pete at the moment. So he'll use up his devil's luck to throw out maybe that +1 that he gets for the feather. The compass points and then spins wildly. Captain Pete goes,
"Oh no!"
and lands face first into his beans. Gets beans all over his face, which causes him D4's damage from, because they're really, like, this green kraken, they don't half heat up their beans something awful. 3 points of damage, causing him 3 points of damage because of the heat of the beans, and the bean goes up his nose and one goes in his eye. And Captain Pete then is out. What's he doing, Exo?
Do you know, Bates, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe he's having a sleep, because we were up quite late chatting to people. It was quite a nice evening.
And so they're going to basically start, I think, next session. It's going to be really short.
I do apologise.
Next session, they will start asking questions around town about who the Baron is. They'll go do a little bit of shopping. And then they are going to go off and investigate the castle, which is a pre-written thing within here. And they'll decide whether to go. There's 2 bits of it. I wonder how far it is. 4. Here we go. So you can see it here. This is where. So would they have to travel through? They'll have to travel.
They're gonna have to go back through the jungle. They're gonna hate that.
We might just do a cutscene going through the jungle and make a couple of rolls, because with that compass they'll be able to just go straight through the jungle. We'll make a couple of rolls and then they'll end up over there at the base of the castle and explore the castle, which is a set point, one of those exploring points within this book. And I'll do a bit beforehand on how you could use the pre-built material within the book to then explore as a solo player. But basically what it involves is pretend to be a DM. And so all it is you pretend to be a DM, you know what's going to happen next. And you just expose it to the players and you do rolls. And you utilise something like the GM emulator or random words to see if something weird happens. But mostly what you're doing is you're just playing through something, and it's not strictly speaking as wild and as woolly as some of the other things that we've done, where we're just rolling randomly the whole time because there are set things to explore. But you can decide and you can expand upon things. It's kind of like in Dragonbane where we have those fixed waypoints. Instead in this, the fixed waypoint just tells you what it is and you just flesh it out with random things. That's a bit of filler for you and a bit of interesting stuff. And we will leave it at that. We will leave our crew eating their breakfast and looking at the captain, who is face first in some beans and sausages, as they devise what to do next and how to get to the castle, Skeleton Point, explore it to find Bernadette, the governor's daughter, to then attempt to return her. They haven't thought about whether she wants to come or not, of course, clearly. The autonomy of the young lady, to then get, hopefully, an extra reward. Indeed. And then next, we can start thinking in the greater scale. I don't know how long it's going to take them to explore this massive castle. It's massive. It is massive. Look. It's massive. It's the top bit and the bottom bit. So one of the other things is, I'm not going to read this. I'm not going to read ahead. I'm not going to read any of the descriptions of any of the rooms. I can see the words, of course, with my eyes, but I'm not going to read it or pay attention to it. We will just go in through the front and then we'll explore the bits, and we won't read them until we actually encounter it. And see what happens next session as we go into the Baron's castle to return Bernadette to the governor for riches and giggles. Thank you very much for sticking around this very strange session. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. If you have subscribed, you're a beautiful, wonderful human being. No matter what they say about you, you are. Thank you to Pio, who is our member. If you would like your name up there with Pio's, and you would like to have early access to any of the videos. In fact, as soon as the video goes up, if you join at the early doors level, you will get access to all the videos. And once I am back, which I am now, so within the next couple of weeks from when this will go out, I'm going to attempt to do a live stream in the evening, because Mandy's staying in Europe to spend some extra time with her family, so I'm going to have the house to myself for a couple of weeks, and I'll try doing some live streams during that period of time, see if that works. And that's about it, really. Thank you very much. You're all lovely. You're all wonderful. Thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your watch time. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. Have an awesome week, absolutely awesome week, and I will see you later.